concerns two of my favorite subjects. Industrial theft and, bazooms! This is a story of the invention of the modern female foundation garment. The inventor was a German scientist, an opera lover, by the name of Otto Titzling. Otto Titzling, inventor and kraut, had nothing to get very worked up about. His inventions were failures, his future seemed bleak. He fled to the opera at least twice a week. One night at the opera he saw an aide whose bust was so big it would often impede her. Bug-eyed he watched her fall into the pit, done in by the weight of those terrible tits. Oh my gosh, there she blows. Aerodynamically this bitch was a mess. Otto eyeballed the diva lying comatose amongst the reefs, and he suddenly felt the fire inspiration flood his soul. He ran back to his workshop where he futzed and futzed and futzed. For Otto Titzling had found his quest to lift and mold the female breast, to point the small ones to the sky, to keep the big ones high and dry. Every night he'd sweat and snort, searching for the right support. He tried some string and paper clips. Hey, he even tried his own tulips. Well, he stitched and he slaved and he slaved and he stitched until finally one night, in the wee hours of morning, Otto arose from his workbench triumphant. Yes, he had invented the world's first over-the-shoulder boulder holder! Hooray! Exhausted but ecstatic, Otto ran down the street to the diva's house, bearing the prototype in his hot little hand. But at first the diva didn't want to try the darn thing on. But after many initial mishaps, she finally did. But little did Otto know that at the moment of his greatest triumph, lurking underneath the diva's bed was none other than the very worst of the French patent thieves, Philippe de Brassier. And Phil was watching this scene with a great deal of interest. Later that night, while Opera and Hilda slept, into the wardrobe Philippe softly crept. He fumbled for knickers and corsets galore, till he found Otto's Titzling and he ran out the door, crying out, "My God, what joy, what bliss! I'm gonna make me $1 million from this. Every woman in the world will wanna buy one. I will have all the goods manufactured in Taiwan." The result of this swindle is pointedly clear. Do you buy a Titzling or do you buy a Brazil?